I'd like to call to order the meeting of the School Bond Advisory Board. First order of business is to approve the minutes of the December 7, 2021 School Bond Advisory Board meeting and would recognize a motion to that effect. And motion. It's been motion. Need a second? Need a second? There you go. We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please hit yay. Any opposed, hit nay. It's approved.
Yes. Working on it still.
I vote yes. I thought I did hit it, but I guess I didn't. Okay, next we just approved the minutes, did we not? Yes. Okay, with regard to the Independent School District number 89-207 and 2016 school bond issue revenue and expenditure reports. We're being asked to receive the Independent School District number 89, 2007 and 2016 school bond issue revenue and expenditure reports as of November 30 of 2021. We do have a presentation for the item. Oh, we need to vote for the one just before, okay. So we need to vote for that number 3A. I'd recognize a motion to that effect. I'd recognize a motion to that effect. It's been moved. Is there a second? All in favor, hit the button yay.
Aye.
Aye, whatever it is.
Just try to get it on.
Approved. Passes. Moving on to the next one. This next one is the consent docket, I believe. No, it's ratification docket. Oh, I'm sorry, apologize. The items for individual consideration. It's recommended to Independent School District number 89, approve the preliminary report, I-89-2016 school bond issue project, SB 16-010, Douglas High School, Slab Remediation.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Betsy Brunstetter with ADG is here to give the presentation.
Hi there.
You're on.
Okay, you ready? Okay, this is a really interesting project. We were brought on board last January because the Douglas School has some settling and some heaving problems in the slab. And I think you all probably saw the presentation. Can you tell me how to do this exactly? I should. Is it that? Ah, okay. So this describes the team of companies that have been involved in this. It's very exciting to be a part of this team because they're just a lot of experts, and we just happen to get to be a part of it, so I'm excited about that. We have White Associates, who Bill White is an estimator in Oklahoma City. He also works on constructability. KFC Engineering are some of the best forensic structural engineers in the region. Terracon did all the testing of the slab, the soils, both inside and out of the schools. CMS Willowbrook is a construction manager that was selected after we started the process. And the school is, the area of difficulty is on the helmet of the Trojan. If you turn that upside down, it looks like the helmet of a Trojan. And it's the south part of the school, including some of the courtyard, that has some damage. Can you see? Are we having difficulty? No. Okay. We had tons of borings placed. When you walk through the school, you can feel the slab rolling. If you've ever lived in an old house, lots of our old houses have that kind of issue, but in the school, it's not common. The building was built 2006, so it's not an old building. You can start seeing, when you're outside the building, you can start seeing the difficulty if you see the crack on the right between the drive-it and the drive-it panels and the brick. You go inside and it becomes more evident when you look down on the floors. The caps on the columns are starting to pull away from the slabs. And this is where it really becomes very evident. The walls are pulling away from each other where the slab is slanting outward toward that south wall. Just more evidence, more evidence. Okay, so one of the companies I didn't mention earlier is a company called MacArthur, which was hired by Oklahoma City Public Schools. And what they did, because we really needed to pinpoint the problems of difficulty, they came in the area that we were most concerned about and did what is considered an interior topographic survey. And they do it with lasers. And if you can see the areas in red, those are the most significant areas. There is a 4-inch difference in the height of the slab from the areas that are like on the corridor side. So the red and the orange are the worst. The yellow and the green are not as bad. As you can see where that is. On the east side, they're not as bad. So it helped us evaluate where we really needed to. Can you see it? Okay. This is the second floor. Not as much obvious stuff, but still issues. So our recommendations, we really went through a big process for this with CMS Willowbrook. They put together some pricing, and the pricing for the overall school, as well as the timing for doing the construction, was much more than what we really expected it to be. And some of that might have to do with the timing as far as the 2020 timing on pricing this. But so they priced out the entire project. We discovered that we needed to break it into 2 different projects so we could do it in the summer, 2 different summers, and keep school occupied during the school year. Am I doing this okay? Okay. This is the second floor. So we prioritized the worst parts of the damage, and we came up with this as the recommendation for the first summer, what we call the summer 2022 project, and this is the work on the second floor. A big part of what is going on is that there is moisture that is seeping underneath the building and creating some of that heaving. And then so we're talking about, let me back up a minute. We're talking about looking at 2 different things. One of the things would be to do piers, steel piers around the outside of the building to raise some of those edges. And then also, I'm going to back up again to get to the LiDAR stuff. We'll also be providing injections into the slab, into the soil underneath the slab to stabilize the soil underneath the slab so this won't continue to get worse and worse. So the schedule is that we would complete the construction drawings on January 20th, which is right around the corner. We would present to you guys on January 4th, which is today. On February 1st, we'll be presenting to the school, be presenting the same thing to you guys. We have a presentation to the Board of Education on the 7th, and the subcontractor will start bidding the process with CMS guiding that process. The goal is to start construction on around the 1st of May. This one says May 16th. I think that was, yeah, okay. And then we'll go through August 15th in order to get this done. A lot of the activities are going to happen with grading and doing paving on the outside of the building. So the August 15th date would be probably more of the exterior work. And then we'll do an evaluation of what the work that we've done on the interior of the building next fall, and then come back in and do drawings to finish up this process, clean up the interior, change out the finishes and such on the interior, and hopefully this entire project will be done August 1st, 2023. These are the conceptual estimates done by CMS Willowbrook. And that, I guess that's it. It just went black on me.
Are there any questions?
There you go. I do have a question. You did mention that there was some damage due to moist. And my question is, do I wonder sometimes, is it the quality of the materials that are being used? Because it's a brand, not a new school, but fairly new school. So the quality of the materials that are used, could that be something that caused this issue?
No, we really feel like with all the team that we've put together on this, there was more of just the soil conditions that was there. There was probably some situations of compaction that was done, but not the material itself. Everything that we've tested seemed to be proper materials, but it probably some of the application of some of the testing that was done on the compaction that was done, and just movement of our soils. Oklahoma soils, you either get expansive clays that move on you all the time, or you get sand that just it moves all the time also, so, but in a different direction, so.
All right, thank you.
Gary, quick question on when we're doing that exterior, there's a good chance there's going to be some construction on that practice field. It's pretty good separation, but maybe we'll just kind of make sure we're coordinating on that. If there's any, I see courtyard paving, exterior paving, probably be great to see details of that, so we won't be affecting that, plus staging grounds.
Yeah, we'll completely be away from it, because we're all on the south side and the courtyard.
Full south
So
side.
Everything we're doing is on the south side, which actually we're gonna come in there.
We'll be on the east side.
And pour a concrete around that outside perimeter. I think we decided on a 15-foot perimeter around it. And then coming in the courtyard, and we're actually gonna regrade the inside of the courtyard itself, add another 10-foot concrete band around the north side of the existing sidewalks inside that courtyard.
Yeah.
And then regrade it, fix irrigation, actually change the inlets elevation. The flow line of the storm sewer is adequate depths, but we feel like that the inlet elevation needs to be lowered down to get a better slope to it. So we're gonna do regrading, resloping,
Well,
sod work and irrigation.
Just kind of being aware there's some west construction probably, east construction on the field over there at some point here, so just so you're aware.
We won't be over in that area at all on this thing here.
Perfect.
And the other thing we're trying to do, as Betsy kind of alluded to, was get all the outside work done that we feel like is what's caused the issue. Give us a full year to evaluate any more movement inside the school, because this has been basically a 15-year process of things moving, as you can see some of the cracks, so.
The booms from the recycling plant just south of there, are we aware if those have any impact on the schools? The booms? Are you aware of the booms?
I don't know. I don't think so. We just really, from everybody that's done the studies on this, is that it's more of a existing soil conditions that was there previously. There's even some of the original testing that was done on it that it showed some unidentified soil conditions in that area. I don't know if you're aware of the history of that area. Where the school is now and the football field is, was a swap of what was there before. Where the football field is where the high school was.
Right.
Where the school is now is where the football field was.
Right.
So the soils were completely different situations. So I think everybody in the past has done everything they possibly could to cover for this issue. A lot of times we get into situations as you do and you see what you can. And sometimes things sneak up on us and when they do the engineering. Of course, you got engineering, you got the actual application of the construction. You could do all kinds of finger pointing, who did what, and how come and why. But what we're gonna try to do is rectify the problem and move forward to our best decision of what we think happened, rectify that, and move forward and get the finishes fixed.
And stabilize it. One of the things that needs to be noted is this didn't happen overnight. It took, 15 years to make this deterioration happen.
Okay.
And I guess it was probably a year and a half that it became very obvious.
Yeah, it's been on. We've been kind of reviewing it over the last 8 years, and but one was finding a funding source to take care, and it does things with our district. You can't just do it off of what general fund, building funds is there. You actually have a bond issue or something that can help you with the funding source to fix it, so.
Fair enough. Thank you.
So one of the other things that we are addressing in this is deterioration of some stairs on the exterior in the courtyard. And that, once again, that has been an item that has been kind of ongoing, but gotten much worse recently.
So during this phase, we're gonna fix that two set of stairs inside that courtyard. Well, we've got construction going on there anyway, utilize that timeline, so.
Okay, we need like to have a motion to recommend the Independent School District number 89 approve this preliminary report. I-89 2016 School Bond Issue Project SP 16-010 Douglas High School Slab Remediation. Someone motion, would somebody make a motion? Did someone make a motion?
We did.
No, moved, second, moved and seconded. All in favor, yay. Aye. Do whatever you wish, however you wish to do it. It passes.
I haven't been back here since this thing was instituted, so I'm kind of intrigued with it.
We're all learning. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item is independent. The next item is a consent docket, A and B. We'll first recommend Independent School District number 89 approve purchase of 3 2022 F-150 trucks utilizing I-89 2016 school bond funds of $102,969. And then we have a second one, recommend Independent School District number 89 approve architectural and engineering services for an auditorium concrete column repair project at Classen School of Advanced Studies High School at Northeast utilizing I-89 2016 school bond funds of $87,415. I'm going to suggest that we vote on both of them together unless anybody would like to specifically request separated. If not, I would recognize the motion that we approve that consent docket. Got some yays. Is there a yay in there somewhere? Okay, so the vote passes, and it has 5 votes. And we'll move on to the next item. Which is the ratification docket, $384,249.12. As you can see, we are recommending Independent School District Number 89 ratify approval of a sidewalk repair project at Eugene Field Elementary School utilizing I-89 2016 school bond funds. Second, I guess there's too many there to read, okay? I hadn't turned that last sheet over. So I would recognize a motion to approve all of that under the ratification document. Did someone make the recommendation? Okay, it's been moved. Is there a second? Needs to be a second. There's a second. And everybody vote. If these are approved. And are there any, I believe that's everything. That's comments by board, staff, or citizens. Anyone who wants to speak up on anything can please do so. Seeing none, I guess I would recognize a motion for adjournment. Someone want to vote? Someone say we're adjourned? Okay, you sure? No. I forgot. I will call this meeting being over. Thank you.